Hi everyone, it's Julie from Sprouts and Stems here. As you can see, I'm in a different location. There's been some changes. I won't go into the details, but I posted it in my community tab about a week or so ago. So there's an update there if you want to check that out. And then also, I got a new phone. Yay! Oh my god, it was really about time that I needed a new phone. So maybe the quality of this video will be a bit better. We'll see. Yeah, so today's video is going to be redoing my Philodendron micans moss pole because I recently moved again. I've talked about it like a billion times, so you can go see my post in the community tab for the update, but this plant in particular on this moss pole was like a huge pain to move. So I want to redo them in a way that's not so like, ooh, that's honestly, that's like exactly what they do right now. Yeah, so I want to redo that so it's a little bit easier next time I need to relocate. And yeah, so today will just be a little plant chore situation. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video if you liked it, and check out some of my other videos too. I do plant care and propagation videos and also like plant related DIY projects, planty decor type stuff. So, okay, let's get into the video. Okay, I've moved you over here against this white like poster board thing that I found just so the lighting would be a little better. I know it's kind of messy, just please forgive me this time. Yeah, so Philodendron micans, it's looking really nice and healthy. This plant for me always just like totally, as soon as March hits basically, as soon as spring begins, this plant just completely explodes with growth. My last video, or one of my most recent videos that I posted was a Philodendron micans care guide. And I know there was one or two comments saying how people didn't find this plant to be easy. And yeah, everyone has their own easy versus hard plants, but I do find this to be one of my easier plants. So this I've had on this moss pole for about 6 months. I just saw this moss pole online and I thought it looked pretty cool. So I wanted to try it out. And now that I am remembering, it took me a long time to get all the vines like properly untangled and strung up on this moss pole, on both the moss poles. So I want to figure out how to do this today without causing myself extreme frustration. I think I'm going to, what, do I want to do this? I think what I'm going to do is cut the vines, not the vines, but cut the strings that are holding the vines off maybe on the topmost parts, because I want to reposition these poles, but I don't want it to like strain or tug on the vines in any way. So I think I will start by cutting some of the vines off from being attached. Where are my scissors? Oh my gosh, okay. And what I want to do, the vision is to do like a spiral, like a twist of these two, like a DNA, like a DNA helix, double helix type shape. And I think that will definitely make these more secure if they're kind of like together, binded together, sort of coming into the middle, as opposed to being like flopping all over the place. Okay. So I think I'm just going to start with that for now. So basically everything from like here up is off. And I guess I'll just kind of let these guys do that. It's a little bit leggy, but I don't know. I don't really mind too much when my plants are leggy. Like there's only so much we can do, you know. And being very careful to not accidentally snip any vines because I did do that a few months ago. I meant to cut off a cutting that only had like a few leaves, like this long, and I accidentally cut off like an entire vine. So we're not gonna do that today if I can help it. Cool. Okay, so we have naked moss pole from here up basically. And I want to leave them in the pot where they are. This one's a little loose. This one I might need to go find some potting mix and kind of like repack it in there. All right, I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna do this really quick and then I'll be back. All right, so I think I'm going to try to keep these like from here down relatively in place because I don't want to mess with these vines too much. You can always just take it all out of the pot and redo it, but for me, this was a pain and took a while, so I want to try to keep as much of it intact as possible. This might look like it's hard to move, but I'm just trying to be super careful as I unbend these to not like rip it up out of the pot. They are relatively easy to bend though. So yeah, isn't that cool, guys? I'll link to this moss pole in the description, but I think it's a really, really cool look. I mean, straight moss poles are of course fine too, but it's always fun to mix things up. Okay, let's see, I need something to rest this right here. Oh, perfect, perfect, okay. I am gripping this relatively tightly, but I'm doing my best to not actually, not crush any of the actual leaves, so. And what I'm going to do is after I get these all relatively in the shape that I want, I'm gonna just like kind of loosely tie the two moss poles together. You'll see what I mean. And that'll hopefully make it a little more secure. Okay, is this in a shape that I want it to be? I think this one is relatively in a shape that I want it to be. Obviously here, and I will give you guys a better view of it all at the end, but it's not perfect, like it's not perfectly round just from where it was originally bent, but that's fine. That's fine. I also like how putting the two poles intertwined will bring all the vines closer together for a more full look as opposed to like a few vines here, a few vines there. But that's all personal preference. All personal preference. Okay, now what is this one? My brain is like not computing this. Okay. This one, I think. Okay, this one is exactly how I want it. This one now needs to, okay. You need to, okay, I did a little bit more off camera. Does this look good? What do you guys think? Is this, I mean, I think on camera it looks good, but from the top it's like, I think now I'm just kind of being a perfectionist and I need to not, I need to not be a perfectionist with something like this. I think this is pretty okay. Now I am going to sort of tie these together just so they're more, I think I'll tie them together right here where they kind of meet, and then maybe tie them like loosely together somewhere up top. Okay, cool. I'm gonna get my string, I'll be right back. Okay, got my handy dandy string, and I'm going to first tie these two poles together just to get them initially secured. And I want to make sure that looking at them from the top down that they're like totally upright, because while I was working on this I did have it leaning against here, but we don't want the plant leaning when we're done. Oh my gosh, I can already tell like they're still a little bit like movie aroundy, but I can already tell it's just going to be so much easier in general having them in this closer together shape as opposed to like sticking out on either side. Crazy hair. So this is what it looks like now. It's not, I'm trying to get it so you can see from the top. It's not perfect, but I'm happy with it. And I did have the two moss poles meet in a few places here and here so I could secure them together for more support. And then this is just kind of loosely up here secured together. I will afterwards go in and like trim off this excess, but for now I am happy with this and I feel I can start re-stringing. And I'm just using twine, as I said before. You can use any kind of string or twist ties or anything, but I like to use twine because it's a more natural look with the moss pole. And yeah, just kind of go with the natural curves of the vines. Don't force anything. Eventually what will happen is the aerial roots will attach themselves, so the plant will cling on its own. The aerial roots, I don't know if you can really see, but right here that are like touching against the vine, they're going to be trained to secure themselves to the vine. And then ideally, start climbing the pole on their own, although you'll still probably have to come in and secure your secure any longer vines that grow down to the pole just every now and then. Okay, so I'm a little bit more than halfway. I think I have 2 or 3 vines left. I have some small, newer ones that I'll just secure a little bit more. And overall, you can see this is already such a different look than how I had it before. I like it a lot better. And yeah, just something as simple as changing the position of a moss pole can really change up your plant space. Oh no, I lost a new leaf. As far as I know, that's the only leaf that I lost so far, so hopefully that'll be all. Okay, so here is a better view at the final result. Wow, I love this way more than I had it before. I don't know why I didn't think to redo it sooner. Maybe because the first time it was such a pain. So some of the leaves you can see they're like facing down. That's just because I kind of reoriented the position of the vine, so eventually they'll learn to grow towards the light and will be facing up again. And there's a few, let's see, there's a few like smaller vines down here that seemed, is this one? Like this one, that are still just a little too short to tie to the pole. So eventually when they get a little bigger, I will tie them to the poles. And I cut off all the twine, the excess twine, but I'm sure I'm going to see one that I missed while I'm editing this video. Hopefully I didn't miss any. So let me know what you guys think. I really like this, and it's definitely, I can already tell, a lot more stable than it was before, which I'm happy about. And my plant looks a lot more full, yay! Ignore the mess, just want to give you a few different angles. And check out my Philodendron micans care guide if you like this video. I will link to that video somewhere in this video. Hopefully in the beginning, if I remember to. So pretty, I love it. Okay, so thanks so much for watching, everybody. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video if you liked it. And I will see you guys soon. Have a great day.